impossible dream to fight the unbeatable foe. It comes to me with unbearable sorrow. It was time to run where the brave dare not go, to right the unrightable wrong, and to love your unchaste from afar, to try when your arms are too weary to reach. This is my quest, to follow that star, no matter how hopeless, no matter how far, to fight for the right, without question or pause. Anybody tennis Wimbledon today? To be willing to march into hell, where heavenly goes. And I know if I'll only be true to this glorious quest. That's my heart, mommy, lying peaceful and calm, when I lay to my rest. And the world will be better for this, yeah. That one man, scorned and covered with scars, still strove with his last ounce of courage to reach the unreachable star. Thank you. What can I say? Guys, wonderful. This is just to show you about my impersonations and my singing. But really today what I've come to do is to talk about my autobiography. I wrote an autobiography, and as you probably see, I've done my first entry on this one. I want to tell you a bit more about it. It's called Johnny Soloman Christie Shiver, because I can't decide what stage name to pick. The Impossible Dream. So I hope you like this. And I'm going to just read a selection from my book. I was born 5th of March 1966 in Moorgate Hospital, Rotherham, South Yorkshire. They called me Beetle, as I was told I looked like one of the Beatles. The nurse called me that because of my mop of jet black hair. Even though I'm blonde now, when my hair turned blonde, I had what was called a Tin King quiff. He was a cartoon character who was created by the French comic artist Hergé, and who became one of my favourite cartoon characters. I don't remember much of my time as a baby. My earliest memory is of getting a chalet in Butlins and my dad pushing me in to learn me to swim in the outdoor pool, because that's what they did in those days. And a lifeguard jumped in to save me, who later on gave me my entertainment job in Butlins as a Skegness Butlins redcoat. His name was Tony Murphy. I also remember seeing my mum and dad have their first blazing row, and being given these horrible travel tablets to stop me from feeling sick or being sick on the journey. They basically stop you on journeys and throwing my guts up. I remember standing outside the chalet, myself and my sister, with red fireman helmets on. Let me tell you about my sister. We don't speak now, unfortunately. But back then, she looked up to her big brother. My sister Karen was born on the 3rd of March 1970. I was having a party at the time, and Mum came in on my birthday with my baby sister. I remember that week, my dad was looking after me. He picked me up from school. I was at the Crags school. He bought me a jigsaw puzzle. It was of a programme I like called Doctor Who. At the front was the Doctor, and I loved John Pertwee. He was sat in his car, Bessie. My dad, bless him, took me home, gave me chips, homemade beans, and I remember 2 burned fried eggs. I remember Christmas as a boy. It was exciting. My dad got good money because he was a miner at Maltby Colliery. He used to say, "Where there's muck, there's brass, Gary." For Christmas one year, I got a green pedal car. It was great riding it up the street. I did love Christmas, sorry. For me, one of my best times of the year. One year, my sister came running into my room and said, "Santa's brought you a bike." My mum and dad told me at 11 about Father Christmas and about what he did and how he came down the chimney and all that. When I was born in England, when England won the World Cup, you know, like England they've got through to the quarterfinals now of the Euros. I mean, the last time they did this is when I was born in '66. I don't remember much about '69 though, except I watched the moon landing. I was sat right up in front of the black and white TV. My dad, who was sat on the sofa in a beige polo neck. It was 1970 though, was a very weird year. My dad picked me up from nursery because my mum was in hospital. She was pregnant. Doctor Who was on the TV, for as I can remember what I was concerned. It was new to me, Doctor Who, and I wasn't sure, but I knew I loved it straight away. It was John Pertwee, and I loved him. My dad, when he came to pick me up, brought with him a jigsaw puzzle of John Pertwee, the 3rd Doctor. Sat in his car, Bessie. I liked Bessie, the Doctor's car. She looked like Chitty Chitty Bang Bang, my other favourite car. I was so jealous when I found out Chris Evans, the DJ, has purchased Bessie and Chitty Chitty Bang Bang in 2017. I wanted them. My sister arrived with my mummy up in her arms on the 3rd of March 1970. 3 days before my birthday. I was having a party and Mum walked in with my sister Karen. She was named after a Dutch boat we had seen on holiday. My full name is Gary Trevor Bates. Gary, after my mum's favourite film star, Gary Cooper, who starred in High Noon. Trevor, after my dad's first name. 72 was the year I found my singing hero, Elvis Presley. I was listening to Radio Hallam with my mum on a Sunday afternoon, sat by the fire, when a song came on the radio called Old Shep. "What was the amazing voice?" I said to my mum. She said, "It's Elvis Presley." I had to hear more. So, there you go. That's the second part of Johnny, Soloman, Christie, Shiver, Gary Bates really. My autobiography called The Impossible Dream, because it is my impossible dream, it always has been. Hope you enjoyed this, and please look out for more as I come on and tell you my story. Take care, and I love you all.